Hi.
Let's go to the beach.
Yes. Love that.
Where's my vape?
Ugh, ew, girl.
Oopsies.
Oh my God, I love this outfit.
I'm shook with you.
Where are my Tums?
Oh, you're so iconic.
Hi. Welcome to the Iconic and the Irrelevant podcast. We're two icons.
Really just talk about irrelevant things, but we are fucking iconic.
We really are. And people know that. And that's what they've been asking for is this motherfucking podcast. So here we are, ready to deliver and ready to go.
And we have to say thank you for everyone that has shown support so far. I'm very surprised. Thank you. We love you.
I'm not surprised. I mean, people love us.
Okay. I need to stay a little humble.
Right. But yes, I also want to say thank you so much to everyone who has helped us. Literally right before this, like all of our friends helped us set this up. So
Yes.
very appreciative for that. So thank you everyone who helped.
Thank you guys.
And also pushed us to do this.
Yes.
Because we were scared, bitch. I'm
Well-
still a little spooked.
Yeah, I was, but liquid courage is a thing.
Yeah, Santi's drinking like 99.9% tequila and a drop of whatever seltzer. And me with my iconic water,
And let's not forget the vape. Very important.
which is a ick of mine.
But we'll get to that in our segment later on.
Does anyone else have these? I feel like mine is always broken and the sip sounds like are not it.
I have one, but it doesn't have a straw. You know, I've been wanting one with a straw. I've been telling you.
I feel like having water bottles with a straw just makes drinking the water easier.
It does.
Because I feel like when you're drinking it without a straw, you're like drowning.
No, yeah. Like, you know how many times I've woken up at 3 a.m. where I'm literally like thirsty as fuck and I grab that thing and like I spill it all over me. That's why, thank God, Flanny's cups exist and are a thing. Thank you.
So let's break it down. Who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we? Let's start with you, Santi. Who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Santi. I am 24 years old. I'm a Gemini, if you people are into the horoscope thing. I'm gay, clearly. I'm also the most humble human being you'll ever meet in your life.
That's a lie.
Franny. Yeah, and I consider myself an artist. I don't really know what type of title I'd put to my artistic name.
Yeah.
I don't really like to go by photographer or anything because I just feel like that's not what I focus on. So I guess I say I'm a visual artist. So I create cool concepts, cool themes, things that just come out of my brain based on emotions and stuff that I feel. And I'm also very inspired by very extravagant artists, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, I'm like such as.
Which we'll talk about later.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm a very creative human being.
Amazing. Yeah, Santi's very creative. His artwork is amazing. His photography, his creative direction. I call you a creative director because that's really what you are. Like you bring a vision from point A to point Z because there's a lot of things in between.
That's a lot of letters.
Yeah. It's a lot of process, bitch. So whoever is doubting a creative director and they're like, oh, they just take a pic or whatever. No, girl.
No, it's a
lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
Which is kind of how we got into knowing each other.
But wait, who are you, Franny?
So
I
who
don't
am
know
I?
you.
I'm Miss Franny Tings. Hello. So my name is Franny. I'm 25 years old. So Santi laughs at me because like a long time ago or right in the beginning where we met,
Yeah.
I think I showed you, I don't know what it was. I think it was like an article I wrote or something.
It was your resume, bitch.
It was my resume?
Yes, it was your resume.
It was my resume. And then it said, like, under who I am, it said, I'm a 25-year-old, multi-hyphenated, like, creator.
Living in Miami.
Yeah. So he always says that to me whenever I introduce myself. I'm a 25-year-old. I'm like, bitch.
25 this year because last year was 24.
Yeah. And then I'm turning 26 this year. So,
I'm turning 25. We're like the
Yeah.
same age for a month.
yeah, that's it. Well, anyways, yeah. So I'm Franny. I also am in the realm of creative direction. That's like my passions. I do a lot of everything. I think for me, it's important to know every role in the creative field. One, so you kind of know what direction you want to go in, and then also it's important to know these things, so then when you're on the other side of it, you can understand that specific role. For example, let's say I'm a photographer, but then when I'm modeling, I kind of understand what the photographer sees in the lens, so then I know how to model better, if you put it that way.
It's that versatile life.
Right.
Which she is also an amazing, talented. She knows how much she inspires me even before I met her, which is what we're about to get into.
Yeah. Which I was so mean to Santi, which we'll get into that. But so yeah, I like, my hobbies include sleeping. I love sleep. My boyfriend's in the room, he can attest to that. I like eating new places. And I like doing my nails. I mean, they're not done right now. As you can see, they look really bad. But I recently just bought a lot of money worth of nail stuff. So, you know,
and
it's
she's
gonna get
rather
there.
good. She literally did like a whole ass Van Gogh on her nails the first time.
Yeah, so Valentine's Day is coming up, so that's my next set. But yeah, this gets into how me and Santi know each other. So me and Santi met when he started as an intern here at HGAB. I also started here as an intern at HGAB 4 years ago, and I worked my way up to what is now, I am head of productions for HGAB Studios. But I remember Santi, he was like a baby. Like,
Yeah.
you've grown so much,
It
and
was
in the
my
best way
kimono
possible.
phase.
Yes, you were like in what is it? Lana Del Rey phase.
Yeah. Well, let's say it was my going to space phase.
Yeah,
Where
drugs.
I was unstoppable. We don't do drugs here, Franny.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, so yeah, he was like a little baby, and I remember that he was very eager to learn from like all of us and everyone around him, and he was super excited to be a part of like a community where he fits in. So it was really nice. However, then COVID hit,
Yes.
sadly, and then everyone got let go, bitch. Me
Yeah.
too. We
Yeah.
all were like, all right,
I
time to
didn't
be
roam
depressed.
these walls for a while.
Yeah. And then I guess you can explain, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
goes, now it's your story.
Yeah. So my POV. So yeah, I just I knew about this place because my sister's friends told me about it. They're like, dude, you should go check this place out. Like, it's for local creatives, you know, et cetera, which is an amazing place, we must say.
Yeah.
We do photography, video, podcast, HGAP Studios, the place to go.
Right, the plug.
And yeah, so I came on and into the interview, and then I had my interview, and it was funny because I put like all my videos and stuff in it. And
Which I remember Busy showing me your like your resume and your portfolio, and I was like, out of everyone, he creates the most like crazy things, which is what we want. Everyone was creating like fucking basic ass shit. I'm like, this is it. And it was a lot of like editing, which is something that we needed at the time, and it was a lot of conceptual things, which again is something that we needed. We didn't need no basic bitches. So
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. That's all her. I thought this was a creative place. But yeah, I came in for my interview, and then I got the internship, which I was super excited about. And then our boss, Busy, actually told me, like, I feel like you'll love it here. I feel like you'll get along with our intern at that time, Franny.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, who's that? She's like, yeah, she's bubbly like you. Like, I feel like you guys will get along. So, and I was like, okay, I have to find out who this Franny person is. And then I see like curly hair and like this Raven Baxter type of vibe, fashionista, very colorful and bubbly. Busy was right. And yeah, I introduced myself.
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't close. We didn't become friends there. It was more
Yeah.
like an acquaintance thing.
Yeah, and then so after COVID hit, I was at brunch, and I was at brunch and I was a little drunk, and
As was I.
yeah, and Santi was like, "Oh my god, bitch!" And I'm like, "Bitch!" And I low key wanted to stay with, well, high key, I wanted to stay with you so bad because at the time I was with my ex and it was just us. But he wasn't that fun. Like, it's not like he was the type to like dance and like make friends with other people. Like, you know, I feel like sometimes when you go out, like, and you're with someone, it's like, oh, let's just make friends with other people and
Yeah.
hang out with them, you know, especially when you're drunk,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
And then
social levels
go up. They go up.
Girl,
So
man.
I wanted to stay with you, but then we were leaving, and I was like, oh. But then that was like the last time I saw Santi until. And I want you to go like deep with your like whole like letter and email that you sent, because that shit's iconic. That is very iconic. Definitely not irrelevant.
So when COVID hit, I didn't have anywhere to work. Luckily, I come from a family that, you know, I didn't have to grow up very fast in that sense. Like my family, like I was always fortunate enough to have like everything I wanted, and my parents gave me a good life in that way. So I wasn't struggling in terms of money, but I did want a job because I was 2019. I'm like, hello, it's time for a fucking job.
Right.
So and I wanted to come back here because I really liked interning here, and I really loved the vibe, and I felt like it was it is still a good place to grow and get structure as an artist, because I was in film school, and when you're a film student, like you get the glimpses, but you don't get to like be like, not everybody takes it seriously, not everybody's about their craft like that. So I wanted to be in a place where it was happening. So I sent my resume. I didn't get any response, but it's okay. In life, you can't get responses. That builds character.
Right.
So and I got a job at a restaurant.
Which was
PF Chang's, Brickle, and all thanks to my really amazing best friend Vero. I love you. Thank you for getting me that job. We love you.
Woo, Vero.
You're probably asleep, but we love you.
Oh my God.
And I worked at the restaurant for a long time. It was a very stressful, fast-paced. I have good stories. I have bad stories, but I just got to a point where I felt like my creative soul was dying, and I felt like I didn't feel happy. I felt like, why am I working here? This has nothing to do with what I want to do. How is this going to help me grow? Money was great. I got a lot of tips. I got paid really well, but I didn't have the freedom or the time to enjoy those things. And I feel like when I'm not creative, I'm sad and I'm not myself, and I don't like that. So I sent in my resume again and 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 again. I kept going again and again and again and again.
To HGAB Studios.
Yes, to HGAB. And there was one day at the restaurant that like I had to deal with a really I think it was like 3 back-to-back customers that were just really awful. And I was like, and it was a rush day. It was very stressful. I was like, this is it. I've had it. So I used my emotional state of mind and I wrote a huge ass like essay, story, novel, whatever you want to call it. And I basically poured out my emotions of why I should be here. And Busy, God bless her heart, she responded with the okay, come in for the interview. And then I got the interview and I was here, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Please
don't let me go.
I can't stand any more kung pao chicken.
Well, I can. I'm hungry, bitch. Anyways, so bouncing off that.
Yes.
So then that's kind of where we met, is when you actually got the job here.
Yes.
So there was one day
it was like my second week.
Yeah, there was one day that I was actually covering the front desk because at this time I was a full-time social media manager.
And I started off as a studio assistant.
Yeah. So I was a full-time social media manager, and then I had to cover someone in the front. And I know how to do all of the like manager stuff because I started after COVID. I was studio manager for like over a year around there. Then I switched into social media manager. But whenever someone is like sick or anything, I can like take over. So I had a cover one day, and Santi was studio assistant. And I remember telling my boyfriend, I'm like, I have so much work to do. Like, I'm gonna like do it like during my shift, because there's a lot of times where we have like downtime and we can like use a computer. So I'm like, I have so much work to do. I'm gonna get it done. Like, you know. And then I get there and Santi's there and Santi's talking to me the whole time. And I remember like texting Johnny like, girl, like I haven't gotten nothing done. Like I'm so mad. Like I have gotten nothing done. And then I just hear, because I started telling him about my podcast and he has listened to a few episodes. So before this podcast, I had another podcast just called Franny Santi. It was just me. If you want to check that out, you know, not to
you
like.
still can do it.
It's still up everywhere. But there was a specific episode that I was kind of venting to Santi about, and it was this one specific episode that rubbed me the wrong way. And
Emotional damage, the whole thing.
yes, emotional damage. That was me. So I was kind of venting to him. He's like, "Oh my God, I haven't heard that one. I have to hear it." So as he was like cleaning the studios, I just hear my podcast playing, and he's like, "I'm in this part," and he would just update me on what part he was throughout the whole shift. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm not gonna get anything done." But one thing that I feel like really brought us together was the fact that I was that way, and I still am that way. I'm very much a perfectionist, and I like to like drown myself in work, and I'm always so serious. And I feel like when I'm with Santi, I feel so much lighter around you. I'm always able to be like, you know, even if I come to work so sad and he sees it and he just is like, okay, like obviously he makes me feel better, but you make me feel like I can laugh, I can be myself around you, like you don't judge me. And I feel like he's able to really switch my mood. And I feel like it's very hard for a lot of people to do that. And you're one of the people that does it the best around me. And I feel like we balance each other out so well because of that.
Because vice versa too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have that thing on me that like I could be having a bad day, but if I see you, like I don't know, it's like a mood change, but like I don't know, I just feel like goofy and silly, and like the best thing that I feel from you is that you make me feel super comfortable.
Aww.
And you've brought me out of my comfort zone, which I'm
gonna cry.
Oh my God.
I'm really gonna cry, bitch.
It's our first episode.
You're like, save the tears, bitch. We have 100 more.
Yes. 99 now.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've just always made me feel comfortable, and you've taken me out a lot of my you've taken me a lot from my comfort zone, which is the reason why we're even doing this, because I'm not usually like this talkative to the internet.
Yeah. People be watching.
Yeah. But now I decided to do it because you have that effect on me. So it's a good balance.
Yeah. Aw, I love you.
I love you too. Boop.
Why are you doing
It's
that?
the tequila.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think I feel the same way. And like I'll never forget that there was this one specific time that I was like, damn, Santi's really like one of my close friends. Was that day that I had that photo shoot. Remember, I'm like, Santi, can you please help me? And that day was horrible because I woke up, my car didn't start, I had to take an Uber, then I left all the props for my photo shoot in my car, so I had to use Steph's car, which shout out 2 Bees in a Pod.
Yeah, 2 Bees in a Pod.
Watch that podcast. It's so good. A lot of tea in the first episode, bitch.
Yes, one good one. Slightly.
So I had to use Steph's car to go pick up props, and then I was so like over it. I was so mad. I was like crying, and then Santi's like, "I'm so hungover." He comes in and he's like, "I slept like 2 hours. I'm so hungover." Still showed up though. Still showed up.
Showered and everything. Always,
yeah.
always.
And he showed up and he made me feel so much better. Like we were like dancing and like having such a good time, and I'm like, wow, like you literally completely flipped my mood. And that again, that's very hard because I'm a Cancer, so I'm very emotional, and I tend to get in my head and I stay in my head. So yeah.
And it's so funny because in that POV, like I was hungover, but strangely enough, I get really bad hangovers. But that day, like I woke up and like I just felt like silly and goofy. So I guess that's the energy I brought in. And like, I don't know, I knew it was a shoot with Franny, so I'm like, we could be funny, we could have fun. But yeah, she was stressing out. And I'm like, girl, don't like worry, I'll do the collage for you. And we did the fucking collage, and then I was cutting duct tape, which there's a video of me out there doing it very fiercely, but it came out ugly. And then yeah, it was a fun day though. And then we got diced or Chipotle.
No, we got Koyo Taco, bitch.
Oh yeah, we got Koyo Taco. And then yeah, you guys drove me because my vape had run out, so I was going through my fiendiness of it, which is a real thing, but I admit it. It
really is. Which brings me to our icks. What do we hate about each other now that we made each other cry? Well, I cried.
Yeah, she cried.
So let's say some icks about each other. I'm gonna say my first one. His vape. I think it's really unhealthy, and I don't like people who vape. I'm not gonna say that.
Yes, please reverse.
Okay.
For a second.
Let me back up a little bit. It's not that I don't like people who vape. I just think vaping is very unhealthy. However, I'm a fucking contradicting myself a lot because when I drink, I hit that shit like if it's, I don't even know what.
Yeah, she'll come up to me. She'll be like, give it to me.
Yes.
Give it to me.
There's actually a video of us.
Yeah.
Popping a little smooch.
Yeah, which I was in super, like I did not remember that.
Me either.
And I was freaking out because I'm like, oh my God. Like Johnny, her boyfriend, is not the type
in
that
the
would.
room.
Yes, he's in the room. He's not the type that would get angry at such things. But I am a respectable person, and I kiss all my friends that are girls. But like I still like not. Like he's in the presence. He's in the room, and then
he
she's
was
like,
right behind us. In the video, he was literally. I'm gonna put it in here in the editing. He was right behind us, and I was like, because I was so confused. I was so confused in the video, and you see it, because you're like blowing it in my face, and I'm like. I was just so drunk. Yeah. But whatever. Anyways, so that's one of my aches with Santi is his vape. His addiction to his vape is not good, girl.
I know it's not good. I mean, I 100%. Like, I think anybody that smokes a vape, it's always in the back of their head. They're like, it's unhealthy, it's whatever. But I'm comfortable enough to say that I am a fiend. I have an addiction towards it. Do I want to stop? Yes. Is it hard? Yes. Will I probably anytime soon? I say I am, but I don't promise anything.
Yeah, it never works out. It's like you go for like a day or two,
and
it's probably because like they ran out of flavor.
Yeah, I mean, I've told them, I'm like, you guys, I have like 3 phases to when it comes to this withdrawal.
Oh my god, yeah. So on New Year's Day, we all went to Flanagan's to eat. And he's like, I need a vape right now. I need a vape right now. Was it Flanagan's?
No, it was for Clyde's.
Oh,
dad's.
it was for I'm like, oh my god, hopefully he doesn't see this. And he was like, I need a vape. And he started naming the stages that he was gonna be in if he didn't get a vape.
There's phase 1, there's phase 2, there's phase 3. Phase 1 is definitely the more anxious, like I need to get it. Then phase 2, there's a little bit of delusion, where I'm extra nice, and then there's phase 3 where it just all explodes. So, kids, if you're watching this, don't vape, don't start. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, what's your ick about me, bitch?
You're perfect. No, just kidding.
Just kidding. Number 1.
I guess one of my, well, it's not really an ick. It's just, I feel so bad for you. Your stomach is so sensitive.
Yeah, I feel bad for myself too, bitch.
Yeah, girl, like, she can't have carrots. She really can't. It's a thing.
No, it's not carrots. Oh my god, so I actually found out what it was.
What is it?
Okay, so let's backtrack this story.
Okay, let's do that.
So, one day, me and Santi went to go eat Diced. Which, shout out Dice. I love Dice, bitch. It's our go-to spot.
We love you.
Yeah.
We really do.
So we went to go eat Dice, and whatever. I was dropping him off, and I literally was about to shit myself. Yeah. Like, if I didn't get to a bathroom within a minute, I would have shat.
Like, she was doing one of those where you're, like, biting your nail, you're kind of sweating, you're kind of, like,
and I was driving, and I had to drop him off.
Yeah, and like she dropped me off, and I would have offered her my bathroom, but she dropped me off in my best friend's house. And normally, like, buildings have bathrooms in the lobbies, but hers doesn't have it. So it was more like I had to fly out of the car for her to make it home.
I'm like, Santi, get the fuck out, get out. I have to shit. Luckily, at the time we lived close to each other, so I was able to make it home and poop. But I thought I was allergic to carrots because, like, that has happened to me so many times, and I'm like trying to think what was in every single food that I ate that it's happened to me, and I'm like, it's carrots. And then I started eating carrots. I'm like, it's not carrots, because I eat carrots all the time, and that hasn't happened to me. I found out when I eat fried rice, and I use the pink yum yum sauce, from like Publix, you know, like that little bottle. Yes. That's what gives me diarrhea. I worked in chains, girl. Of course, I know what yum yum sauce is. That's the thing that gives it to you. Yeah, but it's only that specific brand, like the one from Publix.
So Diced uses Publix?
No, it wasn't Diced. So before, like, I think the night before, or like before we ate Diced, I had some fried rice with that pink sauce.
Oh shit!
And I think that's what made me go diarrhea.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm glad she made it home, because honestly, I hate when, like, you're about to shit and you're out in public.
I was sweating, girl. Like, literally, my hands were white. I was clammy.
The whole thing.
It was too much, but I made it.
So yeah, I wouldn't say it's like an ick that I'm like, oh, but it's just I feel bad. This girl, like, literally, and her birthday this year, we went to drag brunch, which shout out our house. Your performers are great. Yes. We love you all.
And the food was really fucking good.
It really was. The mimosas got the job done.
Yeah, I was so drunk.
And then after we kept going out, and then she wanted to leave because first of all she was giving me her drinks, and I was already lit as fuck, but she was giving me her drinks to finish. And at one point she's like, I'm going home, and I'm like, hey. And I'm like, okay, I'll go with you because it's your birthday. Like, I want to, like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And then we got Cazola, shout out Cazolas as well. Johnny, we sang Man Eater by Nelly Furtado.
Yeah, we were screaming like the whole way to Casola's like loud ass music. Johnny Pobrecito was like, girl.
Yeah, but we told him to put Monster too, you know, pull
Yeah.
up in the Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. And then we get to her house. She puts on Jersey Shore, which we love. And then we're just eating the pizza. And then me and Johnny were outside smoking. And then we come back inside while we're smoking. She's eating. So then she comes, like we come inside and she's just already in the couch, like done eating. And she's like, pass me the Tums. Like this. Hold on. So then Johnny passes me the Tums. I give it to her. And then she's eating them like candy, which, you know, I also sometimes get heartburn. I get it. But this girl was literally like popping them in like Skittles. So yeah. Ick.
Yeah, I should actually see like a doctor for that because it's actually really bad.
A gastro.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is that I feel like cheese doesn't like makes me feel better. Like, you know how people say like you're lactose? No, I feel like cheese low key helps me.
Cheese is too damn good.
I love
Too damn
cheese.
good. Too damn good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I feel
have to
bad
check on
for
it.
people that are lactose intolerant and can't enjoy cheese.
Yeah, isn't Clyde lactose intolerant?
Yeah, poor thing.
Don't they have to take pills, right?
Well, you
Before they eat
can.
something dairy.
You can, but a lot of people choose just not to do it at all. I guess
But
because
why? Don't you shit? Or like, what do you do? Like, does
I
it
mean that
hurt?
would save up time for the douching. I wish. No, just
Oh
kidding.
my God. Have you ever fucked a guy that's lactose intolerant? Do you know? Do you ask that?
No, that's like 2 months after.
2 months after.
Yeah. With my
So
radar.
you have to have 2 months after you fucked a guy to be like, are you lactose intolerant?
Girl, sometimes, okay, I'm a hoe, but sometimes I don't even know their names till after we're done with the teen.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's the next episode. We're
Yes.
gonna get all into
We're all gonna, yes.
that area in the next episode. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. So yeah, like poor lactose intolerant people.
Yeah.
It's so that sucks.
That is a sad life.
It is a sad life.
I mean, maybe I am that, but I don't know.
I'm just glad my parents, like my dad, he grew up like going to like his finca, which is like farm, growing up riding horses
is
and all the damn things. So he like, you know, he always ate like milk straight from the cows, did the whole damn thing. And then I'm glad he raised me with his likes because, yeah,
Yeah.
so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they're lactose intolerant because they weren't like used to those type of foods growing up.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't know. I'm ready for pizza, bitch.
Yeah,
We
with
have a huge
olives.
pizza. No, I hate olives. That's an ache of mine. Olives are an ache.
Yeah, that is
A
true.
general ache.
I'm not an olive boy. I did go through a phase where I was drinking a lot of like gin martinis, but it's because I was watching Grace and Frankie on Netflix, and Grace, Jane Fonda, a queen, her
That's
character.
the show with like two old moms.
Well, they're grandmas,
Oh, grandmas.
like because they are grandmas on the show, but
Mhm.
yeah, they're moms too, clearly. And she just always had a martini, and I was watching the show too much that I started craving them, and then boom, I went in through like a phase for like a week. My friends were so over it because I would always tell them like, let's go to the corner, which is next to Space, that bar,
Yeah,
because that's the
mhm.
best one I've ever tried.
That's where we used to live by, me and Johnny.
That's true.
We lived right there.
Yeah, that's true.
And we never went.
Yeah, well, it's a good spot.
Hmm.
You just have to make sure you get there before it gets too full.
Yeah. Do you have any more icks? It could be general, not about me, because I'm gonna get sensitive and get sad. I'm like, relax.
Cancer vibes.
Yes.
I mean, another ick. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I guess it's when you feel like you have to take control of everything. Sometimes I just want you to like, you know, just relax, live your life.
Mhm.
Like you don't have to be on top of everything.
I have
all
a
the
tattoo
time.
that says control.
Yeah,
I don't know.
control, alt, delete. That's what I say.
I can't.
it.
Whatever. I'll show a picture here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but it is a good thing at the same time. But you know, when you have to realize that when it's time to have fun, it's not about control. It's about having a good time and living in the moment.
Yeah, I'm really bad at that. To this day.
To this day,
To this day.
but it's okay. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing because I'm like not like that at
We're
all.
opposite.
Yeah, like I could be in certain situations when they involve me, but
Mhm.
other than that, like, you know. But
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I guess it just depends on the situation, but I would say it's more of a good thing. in the outside point of view, I know it gets too much for you.
Yeah, it gets overwhelming. Well,
And that's when I come in and I give her my jokes.
Yeah, but I put that pressure on myself because I feel like I don't necessarily have to be in control of everything. It's just that I use that as like a coping mechanism because my fear is like letting the people around me down, letting myself down, and then like not knowing what's coming next. So because I fear that, it's like, okay, let me like do everything I can to know what's coming next and being prepared so nothing like gets me anxious the day of, or that I'm not like winging something, because winging it makes me super anxious. Super anxious.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not necessary. Even if we do go to like the place where like it affects you negatively, like it always comes from a good place because you just want to make sure you're not letting everyone down. And that's a lot of pressure, I guess, when you think like that, like I can't let people down, like that's even more added pressure, more anxiety
that no one asked for. Like no one's like, Franny, what the fuck are you doing, girl? Like no one said that.
Like sometimes I'm like, Franny, warm up my sandwich, and she'll be like, oh my god, okay, is it organized? Is the microwave on? Which, by the way, she got a new microwave that has an air fryer. First time I've ever heard of such things. We love an evolved world.
My sister hooked it up for us here at HGAP. Shout out Jasmine.
Thank you, Jasmine.
My sis.
Yes. But yeah, like it comes from like a good place. I don't think it's just always like if we're out kayaking.
Oh my god. No, but everyone was acting a fool, bitch. I was like, I can't. Blondie was pissing me off.
You weren't even on the fucking canoe with him. I was.
I know. That's why. I was like, dude. And the thing is that like me and Johnny are like professional canoers.
They were literally out there like, like, you know, the Oompa Loompas in Willy Wonka where they're like the ones playing the drum. They're all like in sync. That was them. They were like miles away. Probably made it to Cuba by now.
And Johnny swam. Oh my god, I can't.
And then meanwhile, I was in a canoe with my really good friends, our really good friends, Blondie and Lizzie. We got a canoe because it was the three of us, which was the clown canoe. Because Blondie, I love you, but he has such a beautiful God complex in a good way, though. I'm not saying he's like Kanye. But let me just say that I was the one in the back, like trying to make it work. And then, like, I would listen to Lizzie because Lizzie has actually canoed and kayaked with her boyfriend apparently a lot of times. So she knew what she was talking about. So she would tell me, like, do this, do that. And then Blondie was just doing his own damn thing, which is, like, you know.
He was trying to tip them over, bitch. Like, he was literally, like, holding the kayak. And he was like, oh, my God, this is
or
so
he'd turn
fun.
around. He'd go, like, and the canoe would go, ooh. And, like, I had my phone.
Yeah, that looked very not fun.
Yeah, but once we got to the island and we were just hanging out and being fools in the water, it was all worth it.
It was fun.
All worth it.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about some pop culture?
Yeah.
Let's
this
get
is
into
my
it.
realm.
Yes. Okay, so let me make a disclaimer. We are definitely, in every episode, we're going to talk about pop culture. However, I'm very bad at pop culture. And I think this is going to be fun because Santi is amazing. He's amazing at it. He updates me every single day with something new that I had no idea about. He puts me onto shows and all these things that, again, I had no idea about or I don't really care about. And I watch it with him and he'll break down every single thing.
When I get into something, I get into it. I live in the world. I immerse myself. Right now I'm on a Dance Moms Tips, which we're going to talk about soon. And I'm literally in the ALDC Elite Junior team. Like, I'm in it. I'm competing this weekend, actually. I should be rehearsing.
I'll put the clip here of you dancing to Sia.
Yeah, actually, Vero was like, you know, the reason why you love Dance Moms is because you love Sia. And I'm like, yeah, makes sense.
You like Sia a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was always a fan of her music. It's very, like, motivational. And she's a really good songwriter. She's written a lot of songs for a lot of the songs.
Riri.
Riri, Diamonds.
Sing by like diamond. It sounds very Sia.
Yeah, like you can tell when it's like a Sia song.
Like those notes.
Yeah. So, yeah. So when I get into it, I get into it.
Yeah.
So
let's get into it then, bitch.
Get into it, yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk about something that I know about, which just happened.
Yes.
I don't know when we're releasing this episode, but whatever. Y'all can fucking figure it out. It's probably
It's timeless,
dead.
though. It's timeless.
It is timeless.
She's saying it's dead. I'm saying it's timeless.
Yeah. Which is the Doja Cat and Doja Cat's outfit for what was it?
It was a fashion show. I forgot the name of the
fashion show.
designer, but it literally just
happened.
Like
yesterday. Yeah. And then Kylie's lion dress with the model walking the fucking runway wearing the same lion dress. She was looking at her like, okay. She tried to like play it off that she was like, okay, work. Like it looked like she was like.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the model that was wearing it was Bradley Cooper's ex-wife.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. You see, all that tea I don't know about.
Yes.
But I think, in my perspective, I feel like that was a fucking PR like disaster. I think her team fucked up, and like she was supposed to wear that dress as like her own like model, let's say. Like she was supposed to be the only one with that dress, and I think they fucked up, and maybe her team didn't know that someone else on the carpet or the runway was gonna wear that, because no one else had that problem.
Yeah.
You know, Doja Cat, there was no other like model wearing what Doja Cat wore, you know? So it's just like, why would they do that to Kylie?
But I do feel like when you're invited to these types of fashion shows, like, I mean, I don't know how it works. I've never been to one yet.
Yeah, yet. Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you go to these fashion shows, you have to wear something or at least pay tribute in some way to the designer. So there could also be the chance that like they knew that that piece was also going to be included in the show. But personally, from Kylie's reactions, I don't think she knew. Like they didn't tell her people. I think they sent her the dress and then they were like, we're going to put it in the show. Or if it was, I don't know. But I just know from her reaction.
Just put it this way. If it was Beyonce, someone's getting fired.
Yeah. Somebody getting fired.
Period. Which, bitch, that's another thing I want to talk about. The fucking Dubai show.
Yes. But wait, let's go back.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I got ahead.
Yeah, so I think Kylie was pissed.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, she was definitely uncomfortable. I don't know about pissed, but she wasn't about it.
It definitely looked like she didn't know. And she was like, girl, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is that?
It's supposed to be me.
Yeah, that line looked really good, though.
Yeah.
It looked super realistic.
And PETA approved it.
Which I think, I mean, that's okay because it's fake.
Yeah,
right?
but you know,
It's like
PETA,
art.
they'll throw...
Yeah.
You can't try them.
Yeah.
They'll go back at you like 100 times harder.
I mean, I guess because if you're kind of like showcasing that it's okay to be wearing a lion's head on you.
Yeah.
And then people might get the wrong idea and then maybe want to do something
I don't
along
know.
those lines.
Isn't it weird that PETA just... For
Conspiracy?
Kylie, for the Kardashians, they're just like...
Conspiracy.
And then on Doja Cat's... I think she did a phenomenal job. I'm not like a huge fan of hers, not in the sense that I don't like her music or like her. I'm not caught up with her like that. Although the songs I do know, they're a fucking bop, but I do feel like she really brought that essence of what we've been missing all these times. Anybody that knows me, you all know I love and adore Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And I feel like when she came onto the scene, all these girlies were wearing fucking prom dresses to award shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came onto scene and she was different and everything. And then all these girlies hopped onto that trend. But then that slowly died away again. And then this was kind of like that moment of a reset again back to that. Like it feels like the pop girlies have bills to pay again.
Right. I think I do agree. I feel like fashion lately hasn't been like as forward as it used to be, and I think this really set a statement. And I feel like a lot of the things that Doja has been put in for these events have been very out there and outgoing. A lot of people, there's like a whole conspiracy that like she is a part of the Illuminati.
Oh my God, who isn't? We're part of the Illuminati.
No, we're not, bitch.
Not yet.
No. Unless it's like Beyonce's taking me under her like Illuminati wing, I'll do it.
That's what it meant by comfortable with my skin.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think Doja, whoever's like in charge of styling Doja now, or I don't even know how that works, bitch. Again,
it's making statements, which is what we as the audience want.
Yeah, I do think it's crazy because I thought that her look took longer than it did. It only took 4 hours, which I know it sounds like a lot, but the amount of Swarovski crystals that she had on her body, it looked like it took like 12 hours.
No, and like you zoom in the close-ups and they're like
perfectly
one
placed.
by one, like it's your whole body, like even her earlobes, like everything.
That was crazy.
And Was she wearing a bodysuit or was she like?
I have no idea.
I can't
I know
tell.
it was kind of like this, and it was like her chest, and I think her arms also had
That's
it.
great. I just and even if you see like her eye, like it's even like right here, right at the crack, and then they did like the red eyeshadow with
Yeah.
glitter. I'm assuming sparkle to make it shine, but like that, like girl,
Yeah.
you know people didn't sleep.
I feel like it would probably be so satisfying to like take it off.
Yeah.
I would probably be like, have you seen those TikToks
Yes.
of those girls that be doing like the bejeweled like
Yes.
face like makeup
Yes.
things and then they take it off? I love those. Like
But
those
I
ASMR
actually saw
things.
one of a girl that did that, and she actually like put like liquid latex on her face, let it
Yes.
dry, and she just like peeled it off, and that was like,
Yeah. I love when they're like,
yeah,
oh wow.
so satisfying.
Yeah. Doja must have had a good time.
But yeah, I definitely feel like Doja made a statement. And to be quite honest, I think Kylie was also uncomfortable because she came into the fucking room and it's not
About her.
It's not about her. Like Kylie probably thought this is it. This is the statement piece of the show. Everyone's going to be talking about this, which people are. But then you have Doja Cat covered in, I never know how to properly say it. Swarovski.
Which I don't know either.
It's like
I didn't know how to say it either when it was my turn.
crystals, girl.
Yeah. Rihanna Super Bowl.
Yes. Why the
I'm
fuck
so
is there
excited.
a football game in the middle of a Rihanna concert?
Yeah.
Same thing with
Supposedly
Shakira.
they're doing it here. Yeah.
And
In HCAP. The Super Bowl.
I
don't know
thought-
yet,
I
though.
thought Riri was.
No.
You know what I mean?
girl.
You know, I was like,
No.
don't she got a show to do? Like, I know she might probably do a makeup tutorial, which
She's like,
I'll still
"Hey,
cry
guys."
about. But like,
Hey guys, introducing my new establishment line. She's like, I'm gonna go into this shade in her little
Yeah.
like fucking accent, which was a horrible accent.
yeah,
I sounded Indian.
it's not Barbados.
Yeah. Do you think what is more iconic, this Doja Cat look or Bella Hadid's like sprayed on dress?
Oh my god.
That's hard.
Well,
'Cause
like,
that shit was crazy. I've never
yes,
seen that before.
but they do fall into two completely different categories. I feel like Doja's was an attendance thing. So like she had nothing to do. I mean, I don't know. I don't work with them, but I don't feel like she had anything to do with the show in that way that it would make an impact on the brand. It was more like she was giving a statement as a guest sitting down in the fashion world, which anybody that should attend a fashion show should be making statements with their clothes. I think that's common sense.
yeah.
I would never show up to a fashion show looking basic, bitch.
Yeah.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
But Bella's was like an exhibition of the
It was literally
brand.
like an art piece. in
Exactly. It was
process.
like a performance. It was a
Yeah.
show. So it's two completely different vibes. Either way, I feel like I'm gonna go with Bella because
I'm gonna say Bella too. I feel like that was
that's so innovative.
yeah, it's very innovative and it's crazy how like beautiful it was. And she was like posing
Yes.
like while she was like getting
She was,
painted
like-
on. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and then you
slay.
have like the two people dressed normal, like with masks, just like doing their thing, and you just have like this
Yeah.
beautiful muse girl, like right there, like wow,
Yeah,
that's performance.
it really is.
Ooh, hiccup.
Yeah. I mean, I've been burping my little burps the whole time. You know I can't burp. I burp through my
Yeah, she goes.
yeah.
We were watching Pro the other day. She was literally doing that the whole movie.
Yeah. I was drunk. I think alcohol fucks up my system.
Girl. So number one, I love that everybody wanted us to talk about this because I love Shakira. Literally, I'm Colombian. I grew up on her. She is my Beyonce for the Texans or Taylor Swift for the Americans or
Oh God, I
whatever.
hate Taylor Swift. Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I can't really discuss much on the matter because the gays will come for me. But
Are you a Swiftie?
no, I'm not a Swiftie like that. I must say though, I do respect her like as an artist because she is her own manager, and as a woman in the industry, you're not taken very seriously in the fact that
Mhm.
she's the one that's calling the shots for her career moves.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
She did do a short film that was nice.
What was it?
It was with the girl from Stranger Things, the redhead girl,
Oh, Sadie.
Sadie.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the guy from Teen Wolf.
Oh, I have not seen it. Let
It's
me check
in
it out.
for one of her songs.
Oh,
It was really cute,
I must
liked
see
it.
it.
but I'm not a Swiftie.
But yeah. Anyway, Shakira.
Shakira. I do a really good Shakira impression.
She does. which we'll see later. Let me just
Get
talk
into
about
it before you fucking have a heart attack.
So as we all know, Shakira, the international Colombian pop star, was dating a soccer player in the Barcelona team named Piqué. They had kids. They were married for a while, whatever.
How long were they married for?
I would say, when did Waka Waka come out? Because if I'm not mistaken, they met on the set of that.
Like
So
2007 or some shit.
2007. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably around there. Whatever. It's been a long time. And then he cheated on her with
Recently?
a woman. Yes. Well, they had gotten
team.
like, this came out like last year, like I guess in the beginning of the year, but the reason how she found out that he was cheating on her was through strawberry jam. Like mermelada, the thing you put on toast. So apparently she had strawberry jam in the house and he hated it and both of her kids hated it. And she came back from a work trip.
What the fuck?
She came back from a work trip and that shit was like
No
touched
way.
and almost gone. So she's like, that's weird because nobody in my house likes that.
Right.
So, and apparently that's how she found out. And then whatever, all of this happened. It came out on the news. It was like quiet. Like there was really like nothing that like she was doing to him in the public or he was doing to her that made it look like they were like beefing. But then recently she took out a song with, fuck, I forgot his name.
There's a whole TikTok trend
Hold
of
on.
like the dance.
Yeah. Because she made it.
Yeah, with like two other girls or
Bizarrap. Is that I never know how to say it. He's
What?
Argentinian, I think.
That's the artist or that's the name of the song?
The artist.
Oh.
No, the name of the song is... Well, it doesn't have a name. It literally says music session. That's why I had to look at my phone because I'm like, I don't think there's a title. But and she wrote this song where she like calls him out from start to finish. And then the girl that he was cheating on her with, her name was Clara. So there's a lyric that says claramente te salpique, which is iconic because that's his last name, and salpique is like,
yeah, salpique, yeah,
you know, like
get the fuck off.
Yeah. So iconic. And she wrote this song and it's blowing up everywhere and it's a whole statement. And then apparently like she released the song and I think like her mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law lived near them and she put out like a witch. Like a witch
I saw that
statue like in her balcony blasting the song all day from her house. And yeah, she's been doing all these things that they're like, damn, what's the beef? But like,
that's crazy. Strawberry jam.
Yeah,
that's some like FBI CIA shit.
But she's also an intelligent woman. Like this is where I go back to like my point. Like who the fuck cheats on Shakira? You're literally like cheating.
I mean, who the fuck cheats on Beyonce? Jay-Z 444. You dedicated a whole album to being like, yes, I did it. Forgive me. No, I'm not gonna forgive you. You're ugly.
Thank you.
But I love Beyonce.
Yeah, we love her, but
Lemonade.
Jay-Z is such. Jay-Z, if you see this though, I'm down to go to one of your concerts.
Yeah. I mean, I've been, but I paid.
Yeah, no,
for like
free.
400 section.
But yeah, like, and
which is bad of me to even do.
And yeah, like I'm just like, who the fuck cheats on Shakira? Like you're literally dating a woman that's internationally known, loved because she's a very good human being. She gives back. She does all these amazing things. She has a school for kids kids in Colombia that are poor because she believes education is the key to a better future. She speaks 6 different languages. She's a very intelligent woman.
Right.
And she's a woman that has paved her career in her own way and has called all the shots in her own way. And then this guy, like, I don't get it. Like, like you were a good soccer player for Barcelona. I get it. But like, why would you like, what? Like, Shakira.
Johnny saw her and her kids in Frost Museum when he used to work there.
Yeah, I know. We don't talk about it. I forgot about it.
No.
She's trying to make us hear her burps.
I might fart. Let me not do that.
The ick.
Yeah, that's a big ick of Johnny's of mine.
So yeah, based on the information I gave you, what is your opinion on that?
So my opinion on Shakira getting cheated on by Piquete.
Piqué.
There's a club called Piquete. Piqué is, I agree. I think that Shakira is the Beyonce of Colombia, and I don't know who that man is. So
that just shows.
Yeah, that just shows me that he's irrelevant, and she should be doing everything that she's currently doing right now, which is being petty, making songs, and like gaining money from her hurt, which is amazing. Slay. Hopefully she goes on a tour soon. And I also think that she should fuck who's that guy she did a song with the other like not too long ago, and they did like a whole robotic like
Raul Alejandro, but he's with Rosalia.
Maybe they should have a threesome.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Well, you're not invited. I'm saying them three.
No, I'm still down for them. That's how big the energy for wanting that is.
I thought you wanted to be involved.
I mean,
I'm not inviting you in my scenario, bitch. Yeah. I'm sure that Rosalia probably be like, what a moment, of course.
Yeah, 100%. But like, yeah. And also I was reading these things where like women were coming up and saying, by the way, I'm all for the women. I consider myself like not like, this is gonna sound kind of like dumb, but like I'm like a guy feminist. Like I like not in that way of like true feminism.
Yeah.
But I always root more for women. I think women are stronger.
Yeah.
Women have inspired me a lot. I still love men. Clearly I'm fucking them. But
same.
you know, I've always rooted for women, but there are these comments that were basically saying like that now there's this trend that women are making people hate men because these girlies are doing this type of thing, but it's not like that.
Yeah, but guys make songs all the time about like degrading women,
exactly,
and fucking bitches and getting money and fucking hoes, and all their videos are disgusting. It's girls twerking and sexualizing women. So fuck you, bitch.
So like the girlies expressing how they feel and actually speaking facts about these men.
Yes,
that has nothing to do with hating men. These are the examples that are about shitty men.
Yeah.
So steer away.
And disclaimer, if you're a straight man trying to start a podcast right now, probably don't do it. You're probably going to get canceled because a lot of straight men starting podcasts is not working out for them. The only 4 men that I agree with that should keep their mics are the Lord Priori podcast.
Okay.
And the Basement Yard.
Okay.
Contradicting. I'm going to make this a snippet so we can get hate and then we can get views. I'm not going to put this in, though.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah. I think it's not fair.
Because Miley's doing it, too. And the fact that she shot that whole music video in the house that he cheated on her with, like, girl, like, that's
for real?
So, yes, like, the music video is based in the house.
Wow.
Where he would rent to cheat on her, and she's like dancing around it, getting into the pool, working out in it.
Iconic.
It is so good. It's like, fuck yeah, you like who got the fucking last laugh? I didn't know this. Stupid.
Okay.
Not you.
I'm all for this movement.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Honestly, songs are better written when there's a heartbreak.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, The Weeknd. Yeah. Look at him now. I wasn't a fan of his last album. Did you like it?
It was
the one where like Jim Carrey was like narrating the whole thing.
The one with
that's like blue.
The one.
I don't even know what it's called.
Wait. Is it the one with?
What is it called? Dawn FM. There you go.
It's not the one with blinding lights.
No, girl.
Oh my god, I'm so out of it.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know he released a new album.
Okay, bitch. Well,
I love
I'm
The
good
Weeknd,
at music stuff. Maybe not pop culture, but music is my shit. Anyways, we're gonna get into some pop culture quiz.
Yes.
So I have a list of questions and answers for Santi, which I think he's gonna get all of these right.
We'll see.
So I think he's gonna get all of these right, and he has some things for me, which I think I'm gonna get an F.
I think she's gonna get them right.
I don't know.
I would hope.
It's just that like you know the pop culture so well, and the way that like you word questions, I feel like I'm not gonna know.
Okay,
let's get into it. I'm gonna do me first.
Okay, go.
I can go last. Okay. Oh, they're all on my camera roll. Oh my god, these pictures.
I know, so good. So good.
Hold on. Okay, number 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What singer holds the record for most Grammy nominations?
I'm gonna have to say Beyonce.
Oh my
although
God.
in the back of my mind, I also think it's Adele, but I'm 1,000% sure it's Beyonce because she's been in the music industry longer.
Yes, it is Beyonce. Correct. Ding, ding, ding. She has 88 nominations.
That's crazy. Go B.
Yeah, we love her. So the next one, I hope you know, because this is okay. I'm not gonna explain it. Which two RuPaul's Drag Race alumni went on to release 2 books, 2 YouTube shows, and a podcast together?
Trixie Mattel
Yes.
and Katya.
Yes. Okay, the reason I said that is because I sent him like all of the inspo for this podcast
Yes.
was because of them.
Yes.
Like I love them so much. Like I've watched their season a bunch of times. I also watch their podcast. I watch Trixie and Katya watch on Netflix. I do it all.
Yes,
So.
and she got me onto it, and I
Yes.
loved it. I really did.
Okay, you're gonna get this one, but whatever. What animal did Britney Spears famously carry on her shoulders during a performance?
A snake. Do you want me to tell you the song she was performing to?
Yes.
Slave for you.
So
So
good.
iconic.
And the next one is, who is the most followed person on Instagram?
So it used to be Selena Gomez. I don't know if
Really?
it's still Selena Gomez.
No, it's not. But that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's not Kylie, is it?
No.
I actually don't know this one.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, for
He
real?
has 500 million
Oh my
followers.
god. No, he is fine. So I got it.
Did you remember like that picture of him and who was it, Messi or someone playing like chess together or someone? Like do you remember? That picture had straight men on a chokehold. Do you remember?
No. I think if you show it to me, I'll probably know. But
my
like, I
God.
don't recall
I don't
playing
know if
chess.
it's him, but I think it is him. Yeah.
Playing chess, girl.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God. I just know that they
Yes.
did like this statue of him, and it was like horrible.
Oh, it was this
He
one.
looked like this.
Every straight man shared this on their story. I know you've seen it.
Oh my god, yes. I've seen that. Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is this, bitch?
I mean, there's a lot of symbolism in there because they play against each other, so
I
it's
know.
like
I feel like, whatever. I'm going to keep my controversial opinions to myself.
no, do it so we get likes.
Yeah. I think straight men, like, have this thing for, like, athletes. You know what I
Well,
mean?
like-
It's like either they want to be them or they want to fuck them.
Well, like, I am going to tell you that when I was in middle school and I used to be like picked on for being gay, I remember I used to tell people, like the guys that would do it, I'm like, because I would have pictures of like Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga all over my
Mhm.
walls. And
That's cute.
like the Lady Gaga ones, like she's always been edgy. So like, you know, like
Mhm.
nude, the Fame Monster one and
Yeah.
whatever. And then one day I like shut them down because I was like, do you have posters of soccer players on your wall or like
Mhm.
athletes on your wall, like men on your wall? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, I
You
got
must be
girlies.
gay.
Who's gay now?
It's facts, though. I don't know. It's just the chokehold that fucking athletes have on straight men is like a little too much.
Well, it's like, it's like someone you look up to. I mean, I'm not attacking the straighties out here for doing that. But however, you shouldn't care.
My boyfriend has
Idolize.
a bunch of athletes on her walls.
As he should. Good job, Johnny.
There's Dwayne Wade. There's another guy, Dan Marino. And then no, but there's one in really next to your bed. That's next to your side of the bed. Tim Hardaway. Yeah. So
But it's okay.
the chokehold.
The straighties could keep their men on their walls. That doesn't make
Yeah.
you. Who gives a fuck? Idolize whoever the fuck you want to idolize. Put it on your
Yeah.
wall. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But like back in the day when kids were mean and horrible, you know, you had to shut them down. You had to like put them in their
Yeah,
place.
that's true. That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
What are the names of Kourtney, Kim, and Khloe Kardashian's children?
Okay.
All
so
of them.
Courtney, we have Mason, Penelope, Rain. Kim, we have North, Saint, Chicago, Psalm.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe, we have True, and she hasn't released the name of her boy yet, I think. I haven't heard anything. I
Yeah.
forgot she even had a fucking boy because
Yeah.
they're not out there like that with it.
They're all correct.
And we don't have season 3 of the Kardashians on Hulu yet, so how are we gonna know?
Yeah.
And then Kylie, we have Stormy, La Tormenta, and then
It was only Kourtney, Kim, and Khloe, bitch. You're doing extra credit, but go ahead. Keep going.
and then Kylie is Stormy, La Tormenta, like I was saying, and then we found out recently it's
Yeah.
Aire. I'm gonna say it in Spanish because I think it sounds.
I think it's airy.
But like for that, you call him Aries. Like I think in Spanish, like Aire, Aire, come here. Like I don't know, it sounds better. Even though it means
Airy?
penis in Arabic apparently, and
Ooh.
she's getting shut down for it.
Oh my god. Relax. I think Airy sounds like the Aeropostale store.
It sounds like the zodiac sign to me, which I guess would be cute
Aries.
if it had the S at the end. So I think
Yeah.
it sounds better in Spanish. Aire.
Yeah. Next question.
All right, yeah.
How many grandchildren does Kris Jenner have?
Oh my God. Okay, hold on.
Grandchildren
Yes.
total.
Mason, Penelope, Rain, North, Saint, Chicago, Psalm, True, Close, Boy.
That's crazy that you know all of this.
11, 12, if my math serves correct, because I just
Which
lost my
one?
numbers. I'm going to have to say 12.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
right. Oh my god. Who were the special guests during J-Lo and Shakira's Super Bowl halftime performance
We
in
had
2020?
Bad Bunny and J Balvin.
Wow.
Girl, that's what I play in the fucking gym, because I am
Okay.
performing the Super Bowl and I'm on that cardio machine.
Let me see if I have a hard one. Just one. Because I have more, but I need to save for the second episode. No, these are funny. I'm going to save them for the
Okay,
second one.
fine.
Yeah,
fine,
these
fine,
are good.
fine,
These
fine.
are good. Okay, well, Santi obviously is very good at this. Let's see if I can.
Tell me all of the guests
my
that
God.
were invited to the royal wedding. No, just
Oh
kidding.
my god, bitch! I don't know any
just
of
kidding,
them.
just kidding.
Meg
Okay,
Thee Stallion.
let's go.
Was she there? I low-key feel like she was.
No, but Serena Williams was.
Oh, okay, work.
Elton John too. Okay, so going back to the 90s here.
Oh my god.
Name me 3 people, celebrity people that were sponsored by Pepsi that had a Pepsi commercial.
Oh my god.
And this is the 90s, so you know marketing was
90s?
fucking fire for Pepsi.
The 90s. Lindsay Lohan.
No.
Oh my god. Justin Timberlake.
Mm,
The
no.
90s.
Yeah. Come on, think
Oh my god.
90s, early 2000s. Girl.
I don't know.
Johnny, do you know?
Is
Okay.
one Beyonce?
Britney Spears, Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay, so Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Girl,
I did not know.
how do you not remember these commercials? Even Shakira had one where a guy was putting like a fucking coin in the vending machine and suddenly he got sucked into a Shakira concert and at the end she's like, do with the Pepsi.
No, I don't recall this.
Wow.
That's how you know.
So
Yeah, for real.
disappointing.
And all of my questions, bitch, I found on the internet.
Yeah, well, I know them at the top of my head.
Yeah.
Tell me 3 iconic quotes from the movie Mean Girls.
Okay, she doesn't even go here.
Okay, we love that one.
Shut up, Karen. It's not stupid.
I'm on an carb diet.
Oh fuck, I didn't finish it. Okay, I'll do 2 more.
Okay, fine.
Hold on. Oh, he asked me what day it was.
It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd.
Yes.
And then I don't know the exact like line, but she's like, my breath can tell when it's raining.
Yes. I feel
Yeah.
like I have the 5th sense.
Yeah.
My breast can always tell me when it's going to rain. Yes.
Okay, so I did it.
All right. She did it. She did it. She did it.
Yeah.
She did it. She did it. Now, who were the 3 icons that got all into a car together at a
Oh.
moment where paparazzi coincidentally were there?
Yeah. Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
Lohan.
Lohan.
Britney Spears.
Yes.
And Paris Hilton.
Yes. The early 2000 baddies.
The only reason I know this is because he told me before this episode.
Yeah, because I was in shock. I was like, what do you mean you're not going to know any of this? People
That's the
literally
only
have this
reason.
like as a windshield thing to cover the sun to leave in the car. Like it's that good.
Yeah, I'm a disappointment in the pop culture world.
I am shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Which Super Bowl halftime show performer was
Oh, this was a question for you. This
Oh
is
my
the
God,
only
for
reason I know
real?
it. It's Janet Jackson.
Yes.
But this was because I was gonna ask you that question.
Yeah, whatever. Who did Madonna kiss at the VMAs?
Is it Britney Spears?
Yes, that's one of them. There's another one.
And was it Janet Jackson too?
No.
Britney Spears. Oh, Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
Because I remember her like doing like this, and then I'm like, who was the other person?
Yeah, well, yeah, poor Christina did not get, because they switched it to Justin's reaction, because that's when Britney and him had just broken up, so I wanted to see his reaction from seeing that. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any more?
Which Disney Channel star nudes leaked because of a Nickelodeon star?
Because of a Nickelodeon star? Damn. This is a little hard.
Do you know this one, Johnny?
Of a Nickelodeon star?
Like, no, a Disney Channel star's nudes got leaked. But it was because of a Nickelodeon's star. A star from Nickelodeon that leaked them.
Damn. I know the Disney celebrities that their nudes leaked, but I don't know if it was because of a Nickelodeon
Ooh,
star.
just
Miley Cyrus?
no.
Yeah. Didn't Nick release her nudes?
No, Nick would never. I think that was just like someone hacked her shit.
Oh. Demi?
No.
Selena?
No. Yes, thank you, Johnny.
But it's because you looked it up.
What? No, I did not.
No, her nudes were that fire. She's like,
I was really into
Wait.
yeah. So you're like, Vanessa Hudgens, a nude.
Wait, but who was the star? The
Drake
Nickelodeon
Bell.
Star? Wait, so she sent him those nudes?
And he leaked them. Yeah.
That's tea.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Honestly, though, he's a douchebag. So gives a shit.
Damn. Oh my God.
Didn't he go to like Mexico? Yeah, because people in Mexico love him. That's like where most of his fandom is.
He
when he
moved
goes
to Mexico?
No, but when he goes, like girls are like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, girl, you have rebelde. Like, have some class.
That's funny. I think we're ready to wrap up the
Yes,
first episode.
we
Oh my
are.
God, we did it! Pizza break, and then we can go.
Yes, pizza break with the olives.
Yeah.
No
Anyways,
martini.
I hope you guys enjoy this first episode of Iconic and Irrelevant. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. We're super open to talking about so many ranges of things. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Iconic and Irrelevant. Also, it's going to be the same exact username for TikTok and YouTube as well.
Yes.
So make sure to check us out in all of those. And if you're listening, make sure to check out our faces on YouTube as well.
Yes.
And thank you guys so much for supporting. Make sure if you do like this podcast, leave us some little reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, leave some stars. It really helps with the engagement, and it helps us to be boosted on some charts so we can get seen and recognized.
Because we're iconic.
Because we're iconic and also a little bit irrelevant. So
So we got to change that.
yeah. Anyways, love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. All right. Oh, God. My knees hurt. Bitch, I didn't even show my shoes.
Yeah, I didn't do the Converse with. I'll do it in the next one.
Bitch, I'm